Welcome everyone. We're doing something fun, something that we've been thinking of for some time. We've been seeing on YouTube, a lot of people do comparisons, right?
It's not going to be just a comparison. It's going to be a very honest comparison. That's what we are thinking about. Because what we figured out is that a lot of content which are available right now, we do not feel they are real honest comparisons. Though we sell Honor, but that does not mean that we want to be biased towards our decisions on making while we are speaking about Honor. So it's going to be not a comparison, but an honest review in the perspective of a consumers.
We have these three devices here: the HONOR X9b, the Redmi Note 13 Pro, and of course the realme 12 Pro. Let's start with the form factor. So let's start with that. So let's start one by one. Which one do you want to pick first?
First love is Realme always, right? So we can pick from Realme.
Okay. Right. So let's hear what you think.
एक ही चीज बोलना चाहूँगा. I think it's a vegan leather design. I like the grip and I like the feel while I'm holding this particular phone. Right? That's what I can definitely say for Realme 12 Pro.
Nice.
Right.
Okay. So let's take this one.
As I said, it's always subjective, and I do not want to say that I'm biased towards anyone. But probably anybody who's looking for a block phone, probably that could be for this. But this is not my type. Probably I would not like to hold a non-curved display at this 2024 Q1. That's something which probably I believe at a similar price segment I would love to have a curved displays. That's my choice, personal choice. If I have to speak about HONOR X9b, I like the entire, the grip, entire look and feel while I'm holding this particular phone. That's what I like about it. The only thing which if I would say why I score HONOR X9b over here, not being biased, is I like the look. The first one I like X9b, the second is Realme 1, and third one is Redmi 1. But the reason why I put Realme as second is the only reason is because I'm confused between the 11 and the 12 designs, because they have a similar designs and probably they have not changed from last two generations. I probably believe there's no new innovation coming out from last 2 years into this particular series. I was the one who last started with 11 Pro with this vegan leather and this type of design from the center, but probably post that there is no new innovation coming out on designs. So I think it's a new fresh look for the industry. That's how I rate HONOR X9b being number one on that.
This is all three phones, almost 6.7 inch displays, all of them have. But because this is curved, it sort of gives you a lesser width. In दोनों phones को देंगे, it's almost similar in terms of the screen diagonal, but this is less wide. It's easier to hold. So these two curved displays, of course, apart from them being curved, also sort of make it easier to hold. Of course, this is surprisingly the lightest here.
Yeah.
And the thinnest as well. In fact, the Redmi Note 13 Pro and this and the HONOR X9b, almost similar thickness, but of course, battery उसपे चलेंगे.
Right.
All three, you have Full HD Plus displays. They are all AMOLED good. There are people out there who love AMOLED displays, so we have all three AMOLED displays. The other good thing, Madhav, is that all three have good PWM dimming. So we brought the 3840 Hz PWM dimming with the HONOR 90, and now it's a very good thing. In fact, जब हम HONOR 90 पे लाए थे, हमने एक बात बोली थी कि we want everyone to adapt this technology because ये consumer health और eye health की बात.
If HONOR in India started with the innovation of bringing the eye safety first with highest level of PWM dimming with HONOR 90, and if the industry is following it, I think it's good for the entire consumers.
Absolutely.
That's what we should be looking at.
In the end, good for the
PWM dimming, I think everybody's having the same set of PWM features on this set of phones.
Yes. So the other thing is, of course, there's different kinds of protection. These two phones, the Redmi and the Realme, they give you a lot of good scratch protection, but drop protection. Drop protection is something that you don't get with devices.
I think HONOR maybe the most durable in the industry. I can say that it's one of the best phones in terms of durability. If you're having a curved display, a lot of people do not want to buy a curved display because they do not get the tempered glass. That is one of the biggest reasons people do not buy the curved display. अगर आपके पास curved display है which is durable and you do not have to bother about the tempered glass, and this is one of the best devices too.
Yeah. So brightness wise, of course, we have 1000 plus nits on all three. So that's a good thing. Peak brightness पे अगर हम जाते हैं, so this is somewhere around 1600-1400 nits. This is on the Redmi is somewhere around I think 1800 nits of peak brightness, and the Honor is somewhere around 1200 nits of peak brightness. Then we are done with form factor. We are done with display, and to tell people again, this is not a comparison. This is a fun video that we're trying to shoot. Before we start software exactly, the underlying software, this realme 12 Pro, they really did a number for people. They brought Android 14 out of the box. It's a great thing for consumers. The HONOR X9b comes with Android 13. The Redmi Note 13 Pro also comes with Android 13. Right now, on top of this, we have the Realme 12 Pro with Realme UI 5. We have the HONOR X9b जिसमें Magic OS 7.2 है, और Redmi Note 13 Pro of course जिसमें MIUI 14. Of course, all three software experiences are very different from each other. It'll take a long time to get into all three. But a few things on the HONOR X9b that I can show you. Of course, this is a new device, so I can show you something that's set up on mine. Both devices, of course, HONOR has done one thing, which is use AI very extensively with the OS, and the Realme, I think maybe Realme is planning on it. Xiaomi has announced that they're planning as well, but HONOR has already been running it. So HONOR Magic OS 7 is already an AI based, a smart collaborative OS as it's called. And ये actually कैसा है कि आपके बारे में सीखता है, तो आप जितना यूज करते हो इस फोन को, उतना ही आपके बारे में सीखता है, आपके यूसेज सीखता है. तो नोटिफिकेशन में आप देखेंगे there is AI suggestions. So it will suggest depending on the time of the day, depending on what you generally, when you turn on airplane mode, let's say, when you turn on some other things. उसके अलावा of course एक AI app folder भी आप देखेंगे, AI suggestion folder. तो हम folders तो डालते ही हैं home screen पे. But जो apps हम ज़्यादा use करते हैं, it will bring those up here so that whenever we want to use the app, it's almost always there. So cameras on the three devices. Primary camera, Realme 12 Pro plus Realme 12 Pro is 50 megapixel OIS camera. On the HONOR X9b is 108 megapixel. And primary on the Redmi Note 13 Pro is 400 megapixel. So these are the three cameras that are there, which are the primary cameras. Have you tried any of these three devices and click pictures?
I think I've tried all the three devices. As I have always said, megapixels doesn't matter too much. It's always about the hardware and the software optimization. So definitely, I would say OIS on Realme, it's an added advantage at this particular price point. This is for sure. But at the same point of time, along with the software optimization, I think they need to really tune to make the OIS much better for the consumer's perspective. Just having an hardware would not help it. That's my perspective towards the camera. Xiaomi's camera, I've experienced it. It is much more optimized than the Realme's one. Probably with, as I said, with the lowest load ratio of the HONOR X9b, the camera is much more smoother in terms of closing or shutting it down. But at the same point of time, it's an 108 megapixel versus 200 megapixel. So I would say that I would rate Xiaomi as a number one camera. I would rate HONOR X9b as 2 and Realme as 3 because I think really needs to work on the software optimization to make the best of the OIS to come out.
One of the things that I would say is Realme, of the three, Realme has a telephoto lens. For anyone, even person who's shooting us right now, if you like telephoto lenses, if there's someone who wants those zoomed in pictures, want to take far away pictures, या portrait pictures लेना चाहते हो आप, so that telephoto lens.
Telephoto is even useful or what? Why would you have a picture which is zoomed out and
bird photography, chance.
I think 90% of the people use primary lenses to do all of these things, right? So I don't think so that it's really required. I think most important is to work on the software to make sure that your primary lenses are functioning best when you are doing a normal shot. Right? For the Pro, yes, I agree.
Yes. And now we come to the part that we've been waiting for, which is the battery. ये जितनी भी चीजों के बारे में हमने बात की है, वो चलने के लिए हमको बैटरी की जरूरत है. And battery is very straightforward, especially with size. 5000 mAh here, 5000 mAh here, 5800 mAh here. But देख के actually you can't tell that it's 5800 mAh. So how important do you think is battery जब consumer खरीदने जाता है?
See, definitely if I have to score the battery among three of them, I would definitely give number one to HONOR X9b because it's a 5800 mAh battery
with a slimness which is much slimmer than any of the other two phones at this point of time. While I understand that they would be giving a fast charging, so it's a trade-off between a bigger battery, normal charging, or a smaller battery, fast charging. So you really want to carry your charger everywhere along with it to charge it faster. You just want to carry your phone to make sure that probably it has a good all-day battery life.
Yeah.
I think that's most important. So the best thing about HONOR X9b is such a slim phone, making sure that probably it's slimmest among all of the three of the devices which I can see. But at the same point of time, I can see it's a 5800, which is approximately 6000 mAh battery. And that makes it my first choice because it's still much lighter.
It is. It is.
It is almost the same weight of Xiaomi's 5800.
Yeah, so this is 190. This is somewhere around 8 plus millimeters, 8.485. This is 187 grams. This was 185 grams. This thickness, more or less.
So almost they all are the same. 10 grams here and there is not going to make a difference. The best part about HONOR X9b is that you are having almost 1000 mAh battery more in the size which is smaller as well as it's lighter than other devices.
It's about the extra.
About the extra.
So the X series has been about the extra, but without adding the extra weight or the extra thickness. It's the extra value that we give to consumers that we talk about on the X series. So extra value on the HONOR X9b. So we've done our first comparison. What do you feel? How do you feel?
I will still rate, if I have to rate it, I will still rate it probably. It's a consumer's choice because they all are coming at a similar price point of approximately 25,000 rupees. And post all the offers, I think probably they are running around between 20 and 25k, all of them. So it's one of the great devices, all three of them. It depends on the consumers, what they want to use it. It's always, if I have to choose personally, I would choose HONOR X9b not because it's what I'm promoting it, but it's also because it has got, I look into the software and the experience part of it, and I get the lowest bloatware in this particular devices and higher storage for me to use personally rather than any of the other devices.
We wanted to see what were the devices that were available in this price range.
We'll continue to do it probably. I think please let us know that is there any other device we should compare HONOR X9b with in a similar price segment. We would love to do it and give an honest review as much as we can.
Yeah, that was great. So we come to an end of this video. This was Madhav's debut. This was us sitting in front of the camera and trying something new. So thank you. Tata. Bye bye.